The film opens by showing the condition of the world that is experiencing chaos. At that time, the zombie outbreak had just spread across the whole world. Then, it is shown a man named Wade, who comes to one of the hospitals where his child is. When arriving at the hospital, Wade sees several people who have been bitten by zombies. Not long after, finally, Wade meets his daughter named Maggie. Previously, Maggie was found unconscious with a bite mark from a zombie on her hand. Then Wade brings Maggie home with him. Wade is given time together with his daughter before Maggie changes into a zombie. On the way, Wade takes time to stop by a supermarket. Inside the supermarket, the atmosphere feels very quiet. Wade feels suspicious with the situation in that place. True enough, from a certain room appears a zombie that tries to bite Wade's hand. Fortunately, Wade manages to escape from there. In a hurry, Wade with Maggie decides to continue the journey. In this condition, the countryside is categorized as safe from the zombie outbreak. When arriving in front of the house, Wade is immediately greeted by his new wife named Carolyn. Wade has 2 children from his new wife. On the roof of the house, Maggie, who is reflecting about the zombie bite on her hand, is suddenly visited by her younger sibling who misses her very much. To keep the safety of his child, Wade brings them to a quarantine place. That place is a shelter for people who have not been infected by the zombie virus. In the dining room, Wade quarrels with Carolyn because of Maggie's condition that has been infected by the zombie virus. Carolyn feels afraid if at any time Maggie suddenly changes into a zombie. Wade convinces his wife that everything will be fine. In the morning, they all do activities like usual days. Carolyn, who is cooking, accidentally sees Maggie fall from the swing of her younger sibling. Carolyn tries to contact the hospital after seeing Maggie's finger broken. Maggie feels strange with her hand condition. She then directly cuts off her broken finger. Maggie feels sad after seeing her body condition that is very strange. The blood from her hand that should be red instead comes out black and very thick. Seeing that, Maggie immediately runs into the forest. In the forest, she sees 2 zombies that are just standing. Wade, who follows Maggie, immediately kills those 2 zombies, whom he thinks are zombies that came from the city. At night, 2 policemen come to Wade to check Maggie's condition, who is in observation. Those 2 policemen are given task by the hospital to watch some people who have been bitten by zombies. If the condition gets worse, those policemen will bring them to the quarantine place. At night, Wade tells Carolyn that he has killed 2 zombies in the forest. A moment later, appears Wade's neighbor woman, who wants to tell about her husband and child who changed into zombies. That woman tells that she hid her husband and child in the forest so that the police would not take them. Suddenly, Wade feels shocked because he just killed a zombie man and a little child. Wade acts as if he does not know anything. That woman then invites Wade to see her family. But when in the forest, that woman sees her husband and child already dead. In the morning, that woman is arrested by the police because of her action hiding her family who had changed into zombies. A moment later, Wade comes to the woman's house to make sure that there is nothing else she is hiding. After everything feels safe, Wade brings Maggie to the hospital to check her condition and make sure if Maggie is getting better. After examination, the bite wound on Maggie's hand looks more rotten. The doctor then is forced to say that Maggie's condition is getting better to keep Maggie's feelings.
About you. Said she tried to call a few times.
Outside the hospital, Wade is spoken privately by the doctor about Maggie's real condition. The doctor says that sooner or later Maggie will surely change into a zombie. The scientists have not found antivirus for this outbreak. The only way, Wade must kill Maggie before she changes into a zombie. Returning home from the hospital, Wade keeps thinking about the doctor's words that sooner or later Maggie will surely change into a zombie. Wade does not want to lose a daughter he loves so much. At midnight, Maggie remembers again when she was about to be bitten by a zombie. At that time, the city condition was very chaotic. Maggie does not know what was happening at that time. And finally, Maggie was bitten by a zombie. A moment later, Maggie is visited by her friend who invites her to meet their old friends. When they are gathered, They all know Maggie's condition, that she has been bitten by a zombie. However, they still treat Maggie as if nothing has happened to her. In the tent, Maggie is called by her close friend named Trent. Trent says that he was also bitten by a zombie the previous day. Maggie suddenly feels that she has a friend who has the same fate as her. Maggie suddenly feels encouraged again to live her life. Returning home, Carolyn sees Maggie's condition getting worse. Maggie's condition begins to change little by little. After that, Maggie plans to visit Trent, who has the same fate as her. Arriving at Trent's house, Maggie sees Trent's father pointing a gun at his son. Maggie then tries to calm the situation, saying that everything will be fine.
Maggie.
From outside the house, there are several policemen with health protocol suits who will take Trent to the quarantine place. From inside the room, Trent says that he can feel like food that is very delicious. In the end, Trent is taken by several policemen to the quarantine place. Maggie suddenly feels sad after seeing what happened to Trent. Maggie then walks into the forest with very sad feelings. Unexpectedly, Maggie sees a wild fox and immediately eats it. Maggie feels her body is very strange. Wade, who sees blood around Maggie's mouth, immediately feels shocked at what happened to Maggie. Maggie explains that she previously smelled the scent of the fox in the forest, and she could not control herself to eat the fox. Wade immediately realizes that sooner or later Maggie will surely change into a zombie. Wade cannot kill Maggie as ordered by the doctor earlier. Wade cannot bear to kill his daughter, whom he raised until now. Wade keeps thinking about his daughter's condition. Wade really does not know what to do. In the morning, 2 policemen come to Wade to check Maggie's condition. Wade refuses. Wade says that Maggie is still fine. Feeling something strange, the policemen then are forced to use violence to Wade. From a distance, Maggie appears shouting that she is fine. Maggie's eyes have turned white. This shows that soon Maggie will change into a zombie. Those 2 policemen then whisper to Wade to enjoy his last day with his daughter before they come back to bring Maggie to the quarantine place. Wade really feels very sad.
I'm all right.
In the remaining end of his daughter's life, Wade shows the aster flower, which is the favorite flower of his daughter. Wade plants that flower until it blooms very beautifully. Maggie suddenly feels happy and touched. At night, Wade is visited by the doctor, who says that Maggie has passed the normal limit of someone infected by the zombie virus. The doctor tells Wade to immediately carry out his order, which is to kill Maggie. When returning home, Wade sees Maggie, who is about to commit suicide. Wade manages to save Maggie and says that it is not yet the time. Maggie immediately cries and says that she cannot control her body anymore. In the morning, it is seen Maggie has 90% changed into a zombie. Maggie plans to bite her father, who is sleeping. However, Maggie manages to control her body. Wade actually realizes Maggie's action to bite him. Wade allows Maggie if she wants to bite him. Unexpectedly, Maggie manages to control her body and chooses to commit suicide rather than bite someone who loves her. And then, the film ends.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Because by subscribing, you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.